Army Football 2025 Awards presentation. My name is Rich DeMarco, voice of the Army Black Knights. Oops, sorry about that. I'm reading off a script and it told me to read Rich DeMarco. That's what the script told me to read. Jokes aside, I am Eric Sherpinski, your Sports Information Director, and I am honorably filling in for Rich this evening. So anyway, tonight we are going to look back at the great moments of the 2025 season, honor our firstclassmen, and then look ahead to 2026. So let's start by directing our attention to the video screens as we take a look back at the great moments from 2025.
Welcome to one of the most important locations in America, West Point, New York, home of the United States Military Academy since 1802.
Getting us ready with the Corps Cadets, 4,000 strong at Mikey Stadium.
Not today. On all three phases, we're gonna play hard. With effort, execution, man. Because you always get everybody in this huddle. Hard, effort, execution, man.
Army in Kansas State, Little Apple, Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
It's like always.
Right now! We're gonna see Army football right now! Go back here! Do the way
Pass deflected and it's intercepted.
He slides down the 47-yard line and Army is going to win the game! Laser focused like a bunch of professional soldiers. Army has defeated Air Force 20-17 on the final play of the game. Pass intercept, C.C. Larkin. Army go into the bag and trips and it's Noah Shores downfield to Anderson.
Ferocious defensive play.
Ellis with the leap to the goal line. Touchdown, Army.
Back-to-back tackles for loss to the Black Knights.
That's my apartment. It's big life. Oh shit. It's like for a minute. They pop in your tires. Oh shit.
Touchdown Army. What a terrific run. Coversge scores again.
Fastest shooter runners I've seen all year.
The Black Knights dominating the 2025 Fenway Bowl, defeating UConn by the final score of 41-16.
What a great video. We'd like to thank the Army football video crew led by Chris Jan, Brett Rory, and Xavier Daly for that awesome video. What a season it was in 2025. The road win over Kansas State marked Army's first win over a power conference program since 2016. With a road win at rival Air Force in November, Army has now won 7 of the last 9 meetings against Air Force and has now won 3 in a row against Air Force for the first time since 1976 through 1978. Army is now 13-6 in its last 19 Service Academy games dating back to 2016. A victory over UConn in the Fenway Bowl marked Army's 12th all-time bowl appearance and improved Army's bowl record under head coach Jeff Monken to 6-1 since 2016. Army is just one of 10 teams in the country that is undefeated with a 3-0 record or better in bowl games since 2021. And most importantly, since 2017, Army has enjoyed a 75-40 win-loss record, the best among the 3 service academies. And now a little bit about the class of 2026, the senior class. This senior class, since they've been here, 2022 through 2025, they've been a part of teams that have had a 31-20 overall record, which is a 600 winning percentage. They were a part of the first conference title in program history, the 2024 American Conference Champions. The first 2 years in conference play, these seniors have been 12-4, which is one of the best records in the conference. They were a part of the nation's longest winning streak in 2023 and parts of 24, which was 13 games. They were part of the first ever college football playoff ranking, getting all the way up to number 19 in the playoff rankings in 2024. These seniors have 2 wins over Navy, 3 wins over Air Force. We're 2023 Commander-in-Chief's Trophy champions. We're 2-0 in bowl games, the 2024 Independence Bowl and the 2025 Fenway Bowl. And lastly, they were 19-8 since the start of 2024, which is the 20th best win percentage in the entire country in that span. And now to talk a little more about this season, I would like to welcome up the leader of Army football, the head coach of the Black Knights, Jeff Monken.
Good evening, everybody. Just want to do some welcomes here. We got some special guests with us. So, Command Sergeant Major and Mrs. Phil Barretto, Command Sergeant Major Tony Powers, Deputy Athletic Director for Business Development and Fan Experience, Phil Buttafuoco, our Military Deputy AD, Kelly Calloway, her husband Chris, our Deputy AD and Chief Operating Officer Dan McCarthy, his wife Patty, Executive Senior Associate Athletic Director Shane Bell and his wife Jen, and Colonel Archie Bates, our head officer representative. They're all here joining us. We have some families, and I want to say a big thanks to the families that came. I know it's an investment of your weekend and making the drive or making the flight here. I really appreciate the families of Cooper Allen, Ned Brady, Casey Larkin, Jack Latour, Gavin Shields, and Brady Small. Welcome to your families that are here. A very special welcome to our guest, Katie Fellows, and her husband, Dan. Katie will come up and present the Black Lion Award. She's the daughter of legendary player Don Holler. His leadership, courage, and devotion to duty, selfless sacrifice, and unselfishness is what inspired the Black Lion Award. The Black Lion Award is given annually here at West Point. It's also presented at over 200 schools around the country. And his just belief in putting team over self, and how he operated as a player, as a cadet, as an officer. Many thanks to Jen Guzman. She did all the planning and coordination of this event, so special thanks to Jen. Eric Zapensky, our MC. As Chris said, the job that Chris Jan, Xavier Daly, Will Twaddell all did for putting the video together, and we've got some other videos and graphics that I think are going to make the night special tonight. And then our operations staff, Clayton Kendrick Holmes, Leah Eberts, and Kyle Highland, and all they do to support this event. Tonight, as Eric had said, we're going to look back at the 2025 season. The careers of our seniors, we're going to honor their accomplishments, their contributions to this program, along with taking a look at the 2026 season. As we all know, being a part of it, everybody here was a part of this season. We all had a hand in it, and either as a player or a coach or a support member, a parent, an officer, a friend, we have an emotional investment in this program. And this season was not only a winning season, it was a bowl season, and it was a season that required a lot of resiliency and mental toughness and grit. We had some incredible victories, as were mentioned. The win at Kansas State was a huge win for us. The Air Force winning in Colorado Springs. And if you look at the history of Army football playing in Colorado Springs, it hasn't been the most fruitful of trips each year. But this program, this team this year has managed to put together a bunch of wins out there, and I'm really proud of that. We had some disappointing losses. We had 5 one-score losses this year. Now, we had 9 one-score games, which led the nation in one-score games. And we lost 5 of those. But to have the resiliency to come back from those, I think really speaks to the toughness of this team. If you look at the season, we started out 0-1, and then we were 1-1. And all of a sudden we were 1-3. Then we were 3-3. And we were 3-4. Got ourselves to 4-4. Then we got to 5-4. Like, okay, we're over the hump. Then we're 5-5. Then we got out of UTSA and have a big win, and we're 6-5. Then we're 6-6. And we responded with a great win in the bowl game. It's hard to do that. There's a lot of teams that fold the tents. There's a lot of teams that start pointing the finger and blaming the other side, blaming somebody else. And this team never did that. They continued to fight. And people talk about a great season. It's a good season. We were 5 drives away from a great season. And so the toughness and the determination these guys showed, the warrior ethos that is recited and learned in the Army, mission first, I'll never quit, I'll never accept defeat, I'll never leave a fallen comrade. I think that speaks to this team. They put the team first, they put the mission first. They were never going to quit. They didn't accept defeat. They kept coming back the next week, and they weren't going to leave each other. They have a tremendous sense of loyalty to each other, and I really admire that in this team and in this program. So as so many of our Army football players before us, the guys that have come before you, I speak to our seniors and the life you will now lead beyond West Point, and how proud we are of you, how you represent both West Point and this program. And I hope that the lessons that you've learned in this program, the experiences that you've had here, will help you carry those lessons and prepare you for what you've done on the fields of friendly strife and what you'll carry on to other fields on other days where they aren't going to be so friendly. And I know that you'll thrive, and I know that you'll succeed, and I know you'll lead well. So I'm really proud of this senior class. I look back today, 86 players started in this class as freshmen. We're going to honor 30 guys tonight that finished with this program in a role with our football team. They say the strong will survive. So 30 out of 86, and they're here tonight, and I really commend these guys for fighting all the way to the end. So join me as we honor these guys, and the awards that will be coming after the videos and after the honor of the seniors for the 2025 season. So, Eric, we're going to go to the videos now. Okay, so in the past, I've taken time. I've talked about every senior, and I enjoy doing that. I like telling stories and getting a few digs on these guys before they're gone. But I'm told that I was a little long-winded. So we got a great video team. We got a great graphics team. We got Rich DeMarco and Eric Sapensky. And so they put together a video, which I think is going to be awesome for each one of these seniors to honor them. And so we're going to enjoy this SB style and honor these seniors. So let's give a round of applause for our senior class.
So like Coach said, we're gonna get these videos rolling. But first I wanna introduce Steve Shalou, USMA class of 1992. Steve is a member of the Army Football Club, and when your video plays, you'll start walking up the stage this way to be honored. So your video will play, walk up the stage to be honored, and Steve will be over here in the corner to give you your first year membership to the Army Football Club. So with that, we can start we can roll the videos.
We begin with Jack Flowers from the equipment staff. A 3-year manager from Upper Arlington, Ohio, Jack served as the head cadet manager for the 2025 season, overseeing the entire cadet manager corps. Branching field artillery, he's been an excellent leader and communicator and someone beloved in the locker room by both managers and players. Jack truly embodies what the Army Football Brotherhood is all about. We also recognize Ty Reisberg from the equipment staff. A 3-year manager from West Chicago, Illinois, Ty worked closely with the offensive side of the ball throughout his career. Branching aviation, he is known for being extremely smart and hardworking, with no task ever too big or too small. Ty has a very bright future ahead as an aviation officer. We now recognize TJ McCormick from the Strength and Conditioning staff, whose work helps develop the strength, discipline, and toughness that define Army football. As the only senior on the strength team's cadet staff, TJ served as a servant-minded leader, organizing and leading the setup and breakdown of workouts while helping manage team nutrition. He embraced the thankless jobs with a positive attitude and was always asking how he could do more to support the Brotherhood. We also recognize Cody Bradford, who spent 2 years as a player before transitioning into a player coach role. Cody helped coach the scout team offensive line and served as a signal caller, playing an integral role in our weekly game day preparations. His willingness to step into whatever role the team needed made a meaningful impact on the program. And finally, we recognize Cooper Wilkinson from our football operations staff, whose organization and leadership help keep every aspect of the program running efficiently throughout the year. Cooper also was invaluable in coordinating food operations, helping ensure our team was nutritionally prepared and ready to perform each day. Punter at Cooper appeared in 24 career games, serving as Army's primary holder on field goals and PATs this past season. In 2023, he handled punting duties, recording 44 punts for 1,617 yards, including a career-long 58-yard punt against LSU. Reliable and steady in critical moments, Cooper's consistency in the kicking game played a key role in Army's success across multiple seasons. Charlie Barnett, safety, Austin, Texas. Charlie finished his career in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, recording a tackle on kickoff coverage against UConn. He helped set the foundation for team culture and accountability, always practicing with intensity. Charlie also handled kickoff duties twice against Delaware State in 2023, contributing wherever needed and leading through preparation and presence. Braden Bartosh, offensive line, Riverside, Missouri. Braden appeared in 26 career games, emerging as a key piece of the offensive line this past season. He played in 12 games as a senior, earning his first 2 career starts against Tulsa and in a must-win road victory at UTSA at right guard. Throughout his career, he was a trusted contributor on the field goal unit, providing reliability in the trenches. Tanner Bivens, offensive line, Alpharetta, Georgia. Tanner played in 6 career games during his time at Army. He saw extended action late in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl victory over UConn, stepping in when called upon. Tanner's commitment to development and readiness exemplified the depth and resilience of the offensive line room throughout his career. Ned Brady, offensive line, New Canaan, Connecticut. Ned appeared in 14 career games, playing in 10 this past season. A key contributor on Army's field goal and PAT units, he consistently delivered in pressure moments. Ned's value showed in preparation, versatility, and reliability, doing the quiet work that helps teams win. Anderson Britton, kicker, Ringgold, Georgia. Anderson served as Army's kickoff specialist for each of the last 2 seasons, appearing in 17 career games. Battling back from a knee injury, he played in all 13 games this past season, recording 59 kickoffs for 3,583 yards, averaging 60.7 yards per kickoff with 21 touchbacks. His resilience and consistency anchored the kickoff unit. Dwayne Coleman, quarterback, Selma, Texas. Dwayne made 4 career starts at quarterback, including 3 this past season. He authored a valiant comeback, leading Army back from a 3-score deficit to force overtime versus North Texas, throwing for 101 yards and a touchdown, while running for 117 yards and another score. In 2024, he became the first Army quarterback since 2020 to win his first career start, doing so against rival Air Force. Outside linebacker, Laurel, Maryland. Eric appeared in 36 career games, starting all 13 contests this past season at outside linebacker. He tied for the team lead with 8 tackles for loss and 4.5 sacks. In a must-win game at UTSA, Eric delivered a dominant performance with 2 sacks, 6 tackles, and 3 quarterback hurries, setting the tone defensively. Inside linebacker, Knoxville, Tennessee. One of the greatest linebackers in Army football history, Caleb became the first defender to earn MVP honors in 3 consecutive postseason games: the 2023 Army-Navy game, the 2024 Independence Bowl, and the 2025 Fenway Bowl. He appeared in 41 career games, starting 36, and totaled 232 tackles, leaving a standard of excellence at inside linebacker while also serving as a team captain this past season. Liam Fortner, wide receiver, Knoxville, Tennessee. Liam appeared in 36 career games, including 10 during the 2025 season. Serving as Army's primary perimeter blocker, he played a vital role in the run game while also recording 3 receptions for 88 career yards. His physicality and effort consistently showed up on film. DeShontes Gray, defensive line, Gaston, South Carolina. DeShontes played in 28 career games, recording 29 tackles and 1 sack. He made his mark this past season in the win over Air Force, posting 4 tackles and recovering a strip sack fumble. His energy and production up front provided a spark when it mattered most. Will Jeffcoat, offensive lineman, Helena, South Carolina. Will started all 13 games in 2025 at left guard, earning second-team All-America honors from the Football Writers Association of America and selection to the Associated Press All-Bowl team. A catalyst up front, Jeffcoat helped Army control the line of scrimmage and dominate time of possession throughout the season with physical, consistent play. Casey Larkin, safety, Brielle, New Jersey. Casey appeared in 38 career games, making 27 starts at safety, including 26 straight during the 2024 and 2025 seasons. He totaled 6 interceptions and 12 pass breakups. In 2024, Larkin sealed the win over UTSA with a fourth-quarter interception at Michie Stadium, clinching the conference regular season title. Jack Latour, defensive line, Middletown, New Jersey. Jack played in 39 career games, making 27 starts along the defensive line. He recorded a career-high 37 tackles this past season while starting all 13 games. Jack's consistency and toughness anchored the interior of the defensive front. Colin Madison, safety, Edmond, Oklahoma. Colin enjoyed a breakout senior season, starting 12 games and leading the team with 7 pass breakups, while finishing third with 79 tackles. He delivered a game-sealing interception in the upset win over Kansas State, earning multiple national and conference honors following the performance. Hayden Reed, running back, Tampa, Florida. Hayden appeared in 45 career games, totaling 935 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns, while adding 12 receptions for 94 yards and another score. One of the most consistent offensive contributors of the past 4 seasons, Reed scored at least 2 touchdowns in each year of his Army career, becoming the 9th player in program history to accomplish that feat. His durability and production defined his 4-year career. Sebastian Shannon, running back, Las Vegas, Nevada. Sebastian appeared in 17 career games, contributing across multiple special teams units. His versatility and willingness to fill any role made him a dependable presence throughout his career. Gavin Shields, nickelback, Hickman, New Jersey. Gavin started all 13 games in 2025 and tied for the team lead with 2 interceptions. He made a key impact in the win over Air Force, recording 4 tackles and an interception, anchoring the secondary throughout the season. He played in 35 games over his career and totaled 69 tackles. Noah Short, slot back, San Jose, California. Noah started all 13 games this season and appeared in 39 career contests. He became the first player in program history to surpass 1,000 career yards in both rushing and receiving, finishing with 1,148 rushing yards and 1,008 receiving yards. In a must-win victory over UTSA, he rushed for 127 yards, highlighted by an 81-yard touchdown run. He scored 10 total touchdowns in his career and was part of one of the most iconic plays in Army history, blocking a punt for a touchdown in the 2022 Army-Navy game. Andon Thomas, inside linebacker, Liberty Hill, Texas. A team captain, Andon started all 13 games this season and led the defense with 113 tackles. He started 27 games during his career and totaled 211 tackles overall. A finalist for the William V. Campbell Trophy, he excelled both on the field and in the classroom. Justin Weaver, cornerback, Decatur, Georgia. Justin appeared in 35 career games, recording 62 tackles and 3 interceptions. In 2024, he delivered a game-sealing interception against North Texas to extend Army's nation-best winning streak to 13 games. Jabril Williams, quarterback, Joliet, Illinois. Jabril played in 39 career games, earning his reputation as a special teams standout. He started 5 games at quarterback this past season and was part of one of the most iconic plays in Army history, recovering a block punt for a touchdown in the 2022 Army-Navy game.
About one more round of applause for the Army football first-classmen of 2025. We would also like to welcome up Deputy Athletic Director Dan McCarthy to help present our end-of-season awards. First up, our postseason All-Star Game participants. The Hula Bowl, Caleb Fortner. The American Bowl, Noah Short. The College Gridiron Showcase, Andon Thomas. And now the all-conference honorees as part of the American Conference. First team selection, Brady Small. Second team selection, Andon Thomas. Third team selection, Jack Bowsam. And honorable mention, Casey Larkin. Pro Football Sports Network All-American Conference team. First team selections, Will Jeffcoat and Colin Madison. Second team selection, Teddy Williams. Third team selections, Brady Small, Eric Ford, and Casey Larkin. And an FBS All-ECAC team, Brady Small. And now for some national honors. From the Football Writers Association of America 2025 All-America Second Team, Will Jeffcoat. And the Associated Press All-Bowl team, Will Jeffcoat and God's Power Walwehead. How about one more round of applause for these amazing honors? Now it's time for the team awards. The first award is the Creighton W. Abrams Memorial Award, presented to the team captains in memory of General Abrams, class of 1936. This year's captains are the winners, Caleb Fortner and Andon Thomas. Our next award, I would like to welcome Command Sergeant Major Phil Barretto up to the stage to present this award. The Lieutenant General Garrison Davidson Award, presented to the graduating senior who maintains the highest military grade while being further distinguished by his excellence in the areas of honor, country, sportsmanship, and leadership. This year's winner is Andon Thomas. Next, I would like to welcome Athletic Academic Support Coordinator Jocelyn Zaneski up to present the Major William C. Whitehead Jr. Memorial Award. Presented to the graduating member of the Army football team with the highest class standing. This award is sponsored by Mrs. William C. Whitehead. This year's winner is Andon Thomas. Next, I would like to welcome up assistant coach Cheston Blackshear to present the Thomas West Hammond Memorial Award. This award is presented to the outstanding offensive lineman for the season. This award is sponsored by the late Mr. Chester Hammond in memory of his father. This year's winner is Brady Small. Next, I would like to ask Assistant Coach Dane Romero to present our next award, the Colonel James B. Gillespie Memorial Award, presented to the player who displays outstanding dedication, unfailing performance, and consistently contributes to the Army football team. This year's winner is Noah Short. Next, I would like to ask Head Officer Representative Colonel Archie Bates to the stage to present our next award. The Colonel Joel B. Dopey Stevens Memorial Award, presented to the outstanding football players on the scout team. This year's winner for offense, Stratton Fuller. And for defense, Victor Afalabi. I would like to welcome Defensive Coordinator Coach Daryl Dixon to present the Anthony Miller Coaching Staff Award, presented to the most inspirational player on the Army football team as voted on by the coaching staff.
Inspiration comes in many forms. Anthony Miller drew inspiration from a desire to improve the lives of those around him. He only stood 5'8" and weighed 170 pounds, but his teammates called him Biggles. It wasn't just his personality. Miller certainly came up big when he blocked a punt versus Navy in what ultimately was his final game as a beloved member of the Army Football Brotherhood. Anthony died from an enlarged heart shortly after the game. A letter from his teammate at his funeral read, "I witnessed miracles on the field when Biggles went out there. He gave everything he had in him when he stepped onto the field, and that's how he lived his life." As a coach, I don't think there's a higher compliment than to say a player gives everything he has. This means they put the success of the team ahead of their own. It means they give all their energy, focus, and heart to the game through passion, sacrifice, and determination. This year's honoree encompasses all of those and more. Football is a collision sport that requires personal courage every time you play. It is often said the game rewards toughness. This year's honoree is among only 2% of players with a condition that could end a career with a single hit. Even fewer know of that risk before they take the field. This warrior knew the risk and took the field anyway for his final game against Navy because his heart is larger than his fears. When I think about the parallels between Biggles and this year's winner of the award bearing his name, the reason the coaches chose him become clear. As I said before, inspiration comes in many forms. And both Anthony Miller and this year's recipients always gave everything they had. The winner of the Anthony Miller Coaching Staff Award, Casey Larkin.
Next, I would like to call up Connor Hughes to the stage to present our next award, the Army Football Lifter of the Year.
Toughness, grit, and perseverance define the 2025 Lifter of the Year. He was like a sixth coach for us in the weight room, an absolute technician, holding the standard with his teammates, and constantly coaching up other guys with a 605-pound squat, a 465-pound bench, and a 545-pound deadlift. Will Jeffcoat.
Next up, the First Lieutenant Chase Presnicki Memorial Award, presented to the first class cadet on the Army football team who embodies the characteristics of First Lieutenant Stephen Chase Presnicki, class of 2010, who was killed in action in June 2012. Presnicki's sacrifice epitomized the values of loyalty, selfless service, and teamwork taught both at the United States Army and the United States Military Academy. I would like to welcome Coach Chris Nichols to come up and speak and present the award.
Thanks, Eric. Oops, sorry. Thank you, Eric. You stole half my speech there. But thank you, Coach, for having me. It's an honor to be here to present this award on behalf of Chase's widow, Emily, and the Presnicki family. I had the privilege of sharing the field with Chase for 2 years. We bled together, sweat together, we shared a mesh fumble against VMI together. We carpooled home together. I can tell you, there wasn't a more loyal guy, determined, dedicated person that's ever walked through the gates of this place. Our teammates still tell a story about Chase on his recruiting visit. The next day we're watching film, and at the corner of the screen behind the 2s and 3s you could see Chase. And after every rep, he would mimic the quarterback's footwork. But he didn't walk through it, he didn't jog through it, he ran full speed through the quarterback's footwork, whatever the play was, in khakis and slacks, or in slacks, loafers, and a polo. As a coach, we always tell guys to get the mental rep when they're not in. Chase is getting physical reps in slacks on his recruiting trip. That's the kind of guy he was. 100% bought in, dove headfirst into anything he set his mind to, anything that was asked of him. Earning Chase's award this year is a guy who demonstrates those same qualities. Toughness, grit, selflessness, perseverance. He's trusted, respected, and a quiet professional. It's my honor to present the First Lieutenant Chase Presnicki Memorial Award to Will Jeffcoat.
Being a part of this team is the best choice I ever made as a high school kid. Meeting all you guys, meeting all my teammates who already graduated. I have a bunch of brothers for life, and I'm glad I met all of you. Thank you.
And now it's time for the Black Lion Award, presented to the Army football player who best exemplifies the character of Don Hollader. The award is sponsored by and established at West Point by the Army Football Club in conjunction with the Black Lions Association, which provides this award to hundreds of high school football players each year. I would like to welcome Katie Fellows to present this award. Katie is the daughter of Don Hollader.
Good evening, everybody. I have the distinct honor to present the Black Lion Award tonight. This award is about honoring my dad's legacy, from the football field to the battlefield. The Black Lion Award is unique because it's not about the stats. It's about unselfish concern for team before self, a trait my father, Don Hollader, personified. In the world of Army football, you talk a lot about the brotherhood. I've heard it tonight. But to truly understand the depth of that word, you have to look back to the class of 1956 and my father. In 1954, Don was a consensus All-American end. He was one of the best receivers in the country and was expected to win All-American honors in his senior year. But in 1955, Coach Earl Red Blake needed a leader. Coach Blake asked Don to play quarterback, a position he had never played. This move meant Don would likely give up his individual accolades for the sake of the team's success. Don's response was simple. If you think I can do it, Coach, I'll do it. Blake replied, we can teach you how to play the position. Your job is to be a strong leader for the team. Don moved to the quarterback position. After a bit of a rocky start, the press was calling it Blake's folly. Army ended up winning that season, especially with the most important game over Navy. My father, who beat George Welsh, the Navy quarterback and #1 ranked player in the country. I actually had the honor to meet Coach Blake when he was a coach at the University of Virginia. Not too happy to remember that experience. This team, before self and servant leadership, defined my father's life. He turned down an offer from Coach Vince Lombardi to play for the New York Giants after completing his service requirement. Choosing to stay in the Army, he was killed on October 17, 1967, in the jungles of Vietnam. Don Hollader, the operations officer for the 28th Infantry Black Lions, voluntarily moved into heavy fire to rescue wounded soldiers. He was mortally wounded while leading from the front, epitomizing the Black Lions' spirit, leadership, courage, and a total devotion to duty. This award goes to a player who most embodies team-first attitude. This year, the player is an inside linebacker, one of the most demanding jobs on the field, requires a special kind of violence, football smarts, and more importantly, specific kind of unselfish behavior. You are the heartbeat of the defense. Whether it's coming downhill to fill a gap, scraping over the top, leading the huddle when the game is on the line, you've been a steady force when the team needed you. Your coaches didn't choose you for this award because of your 200-plus career tackles, though those are impressive. They chose you because of the work you do as a consistent leader. Like my dad, you have shown that you care more about the Army football team. As this year's winner, you carry the memory of Major Hollader and the men of the 28th Infantry. You've earned that legacy embodied by this award. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the 2025 Black Lion Award recipient, Caleb Fortner.
First and foremost, guys, what an honor and what a privilege to be in front of you guys today. I'd like to start by giving a few shout outs. First and foremost, my family, my mom, the uglier half of me, and then, especially my sponsors, Ken and Lori, and also, my partner in crime. I wouldn't be here today without Ann, and that's all honesty. And, Coach Juice today, believing in me at the prep school, helping me get to where I am, Coach. I love you. I'm indebted to you for that, and I appreciate it. And, I'm so thankful to be a part of this resilient team, guys. I mean, only if the world knew about, how strong we were, how much hardship we had to endure to get to where we are today. And, I'm very thankful for you guys here. I love you guys, brotherhood for life, and I got your back. You need my phone number, you guys can get it, man. I got you guys for life, man. I love y'all. Thank you.
And our last award, Coach Munkin will present this award, the Thruston Hughes Memorial Award, presented to the most valuable player on the Army football team, as voted on by his teammates. Established in 1939, this award is also presented at the awards convocation.
So this last award, voted upon by his teammates, I think there's a lot of great honors that can be bestowed upon you professionally, as an athlete, as a student. When you're recognized by your peers, I think that's really a special honor. And there's a lot of guys on this team that contributed tremendously to our success. Had great seasons. Certainly the accolades that we've seen tonight, guys are receiving national awards and conference awards. But this player really, I think, epitomized the toughness and the grit and the resiliency and led our team with just a toughness and a determination. He was the voice for our team, and I think everybody saw that in the locker room. And he didn't just do that, he performed on the field as well. And so I'm really proud of this guy for what he did, for the career he's had, and I know for the things he's going to do beyond West Point and there to follow. So this year's winner is the most valuable player of the Army football team, Caleb Forder.
Failed to mention the first time. Good thing I'm back up, right? You know, I want to thank Katie Fellows for honoring me with the Black Lion Award. Truly means the world to me. But also, I failed to mention too. I'm really not the award winner for that award. My brother Liam Fortner is. I want to make that clear. You know, he endured a season. You know what some people fold the tents and call a season-ending injury with a meniscus tear. But this guy, he would fight, get to Saturdays, medically evac'd out, and he'd get prepared to go again next Saturday. So. You know, he's truly the warrior. He's a Black Lion, so I really appreciate that, Katie. But it's truly my brother, so thank you, man. And so I think it's Noah Shorter and Thomas for this one, but again, guys, thank you so much. Brother for life. Love you guys.
And how about one more round of applause for all of our Army Football 2025 award winners. We have spent tonight honoring the firstclassmen and looking back at the memorable 2025 season. We all know the 2026 season is right around the corner. And with that, I would like to welcome back Coach Munkin.
I'll too have my congratulations to all you guys, our seniors, honoring you for the careers you've had, as well as the guys that received awards up here, earned awards from so many different places. The AP, that's the Associated Press, that's the media of the United States of America recognizing you. The American Conference, that's other coaches and members of the media that cover our conference. And as well as other national organizations that recognize you guys, so congratulations. As you know, 2026 has already taken shape. We're in the middle of spring practice right now, and the daily investment that we make as a team, that's going to determine the accomplishments that we have in 2026. And what we'll be talking about a year from now in here is all dependent upon what we do right now, what we do today, what we do tomorrow when we get out there to go to work. We got an outcome in mind, just as we started this season with an outcome in mind. But that's only going to be a byproduct of the daily commitment and the dedication that we have to the things we believe in: toughness, humility, effort, and execution. That's being the tougher team, being a tougher individual, putting the team first, giving great effort in everything that we do, and executing the smallest of details to be the very best at it. So let's continue to give our best in every moment. We got a choice in that, knowing that the team needs us and is counting on us. If we do that, results are going to follow. And we'll be back up here next year celebrating a lot more great things. So good luck to our seniors as they go off into their careers in the Army and beyond. You're forever a member of this brotherhood. And so you always got a home here with this program, and I know with this institution. So with that, I'll say a good night. We're going to sing the alma mater, and let's do that proudly. We've got a lot to be proud of here. Fight on to victory and beat Navy.
Help us
Good night, everybody.